Renewed hope.
APC.
Renewed hope.
Renewed hope.
Tinubu the president.
I say, listen very carefully. I said we have already been sworn in 2015, and when the Court of Appeal upturned the judgment of the Federal High Court, what was restored was not only our mandate only, including the swearing in. If we venture swear in another one, we are taking a different oath of office. For the purpose of those, of course, we know our laws. There are a number of oaths of office you will take. You will be precluded from vying for the same position any longer. That is why we are no longer going to take any other oath of office. It is not that we are cutting shots. No, that is the position of the law. We are not cutting corners.
I think one question that will be
the Supreme Court and other judgments, right? So when the CTC of Supreme Court judgment comes, and that of Court of Appeal comes, you will hear the next steps that will happen. But the point to take home here is that the validity of these councils is established by law. Yes. But I've also had people have said that they want to go back to council because local government laws are amended by Martin Amaechi'S and Co. to extend their term for 6 months. Again, let's use the opportunity to clear your doubts. That has no legal foundation anywhere. Whereas they did that, on which premise those guys in 2021, 2024 want to dream they can come back. Whereas they did that, the High Court of Rivers State, presided by Justice DGQ, nullified that amendment in an originating summons filed by Yenda Kurigam and 6 others against the Governor of Rivers State. That was in last year, and that was in May 2024. They filed an appeal. An appeal court unanimously dismissed appeals. In July, I think that was same May. Now, they are relying on judge of the Supreme Court on local government autonomy that was delivered on July 11, 2024, where the Supreme Court held that the power of the National Assembly to extend the tenures of of the president when Nigeria is at war applied to House of Assembly extending tenures to local. That's not correct. That's a misapplication of the law. Rivers State is not at war. In any event, there's no vacancy here. The only thing that's available before the Rivers people and the governor of Rivers State is these 2015 councils. Now, if the appeal court was seized with the facts that the Supreme Court would do what they did that day, there would not be any question here about when I will resume. Now, the Supreme Court having knocked off those whose rights the appeal court tried to protect because they are not heard, the only natural thing to do is to let these ones go in. Don't forget, in law, where there's a wrong, there must be a remedy. We wouldn't have gone through the process of litigation for 10 years, and then the court will say, go home empty-handed. It does not happen in Nigerian law. So wait for the CTCs to come. We're also watching the state government on what steps they will take. But of course, as you know, in that July 11th judgment of last of the Supreme Court, the question of local government cadre committees cannot arise again. You can also have HLGAs take over. It's not possible. The only means going forward, the only one solution that fits all in the circumstance is this council. And maybe for the vacancy that exists, because you're aware that we've lost 2 colleagues in the course of this struggle, the one for Obiakpo and Tai. In fact, for the one for Obiakpo, it's even worse, because even the vice chairman, we lost him. God rest their souls in peace. Now, the one for Tai, of course, you know how it happens under local government law. That's how it goes. And then apart from those 2 conspicuous cases, there are also some councils where we lost some councillors. The only election can hold now in the circumstance is by election by RESEC to fill those vacancies. On Nelga is a standalone election. Nelga was not part of it. That's why he had 22 Gosingo and of course 22 hours. The other one, on Nelga did not hold election with us on that July 9, sorry, on that May 23, 2015. So that's a standalone election. There are 2 where elections will hold. One for councillors where they will fill those vacancies where councillors have died in some of the LGAs. And of course, for Obiakpo, where you have to fill the position of chairman or vice chairman. In the interim, what the law says is that the leader of the house will act as chairman for 90 days. All of that will come into play as the tapes roll. I'm not sure we need any kind of confusion in the states, except I want to hold out to the fact that the law must not be respected. In this circumstance, these local government chairmen here are Rivers people. Number one, whatever appointments they will make will come from Rivers State. Whatever projects they will build will be cited in Rivers State. So the primary beneficiary of this struggle is Rivers State and Rivers people. And the peace of this place is paramount. So you go out there and tell all that are involved, the stakeholders. The only paramount thing, of course, you know the policies involved here. If you look at the elections, they likely not hold because a lot of things will happen. There will be counter litigations up and down, and of course, the free account will not be free. Even we were here, if you try to hold elections here without accepting us, we'll file. I cannot go ahead because I have a valid mandate until the Supreme Court sets aside. That's the position of the law. Thank you very much.
So, sorry, sir. Now, assuming without considering everything you said is accurate, right? When do you
It is accurate. Take it home.
Okay, when do you intend to go and take over the council?
I've told you we are waiting for the city seats.
When, did you come from the office?
No, listen. Tentatively, in obedience to the judgment of the Court of Appeal, we have taken steps. This is a procedure, all right? We wait for a while. So we have to go and prepare a foundation. I'm sure if you look around the state, you see us making some movements, all right? And whatever thing we found on the field, we're reporting back to base. We don't want to throw the same to the Osun situation. I'm sure you don't want that to see that, right? We don't want to throw ourselves to what we had in Osun State. I will come from a party that is disciplined and will follow law and order. We have the speech here, we commended the president. Well, he had laid the foundation for where we are. As a governor of Lagos State, he fought for local government autonomy. All right, remember that classical case against the federal government. Now, as president and commander-in-chief, one of the first things he did in local government reforms was to get Attorney General to file a suit for local government autonomy. So for the first time in our country, we're having the liberty to have the third tier of government truly free. So whatever is happening here will bounce back on how the president responds. So you wait and then see how events unfold.
Okay, I think, sir, just one question, sorry. I know part of the reasons